Hello Corkies, welcome back. It has been too long since we brought out some whiskey or bourbon, and today I'm going to be doing a head-to-head with two of my favorite rye whiskeys. We got the Templeton Rye here, and we got the Woodford Reserve Rye. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome back to corkandjava.com. We all know you're supposed to get joy and fascination from even the little things in life that most people take for granted. So here at Cork and Java, we're here to expand and enrich your experience with all of your favorite beverages, usually through wine and coffee reviews and how-tos, but today we're going a little bit into bourbon again. And we do this with all your favorite beverages. So if you're new here and that sounds interesting, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you're a bourbon fan, please give us a thumbs up to help spread our face in front of more people. All right, so we got head-to-head here. Two of my favorite rye whiskeys that are on the cheaper end for rye whiskeys as far as they go. They are both 4-year aged American oak rye whiskeys. And this Templeton Rye, obviously they're both Kentucky whiskey and both very heavy in the rye category. Obviously, I know the Woodford is at 53%. They're both distilled to mimic pre-prohibition era whiskey, which were primarily ryes at the time. So we all know it's great to taste whiskey and to try to expand your palate with whiskeys, but one of the best things you can do to really figure out what you like is to compare things side to side, whether it's just two or you have a whole flight of different types of similar whiskeys or bourbons. Because you don't want to be doing like a very sweet, wheated whiskey with a very heavy rye or a scotch. It's just too much of a contrast. But if you get two ryes, similar age, both 4 years, and compare them side to side, you'll really learn a lot about each of them and what sets them apart from each other. I have not done this before. I love these both very much, but I've never had them together side by side. So we'll take a look at the color first. The Templeton is a little bit lighter. It's got more of a hayish gold color to it, whereas the Woodford Reserve has almost like a rich, dark honey color, not flavor, to it there. So a little bit darker on the Woodford, and that could just be the way they char the barrels. It could be the amount of char in the barrels. A bunch of factors can play into that. We know it's not the age time since they're both aged the same. So let's give them sniffs. So I am getting a lot of sweet notes on the Templeton. Honey, a little like apricot there, but definitely a lot of spiciness to it as well. That is coming from the rye. A little bit of like an allspice kind of spice. Now for the Woodford. It's also fairly sweet, but I'm getting kind of more of an appley, pearish kind of note for fruit, and then the spiciness with the rye is kind of mixed in with kind of like a tobacco spice. If you ever had a cigar that was like a Maduro wrapper, something that's also pretty spicy in a cigar, that's kind of what I'm getting to on the nose there. But it mixes really well with the sweet, so I'm getting both of them together. All right, now onto the palate. Almost like a butterscotch sweetness with this one. With the Templeton, super creamy, sweet. Then you get nice like cedar, some like almost like mushroom earthness to it too on the back end, and some, you know, great spice. Definitely those kind of fall spice flavors. And a little bit of honey on the front end too. But yeah, very, very, I love the balance of that one a lot. All right, let's try the Woodford Reserve. It's got a lot of that pear note, a little bit of apple, less woody than this one. Like I don't get the cedar as much, but still a heavy ounce of like kind of that cigar tobacco, which I enjoy a lot. But I don't know. Comparing the two, I gotta go back and forth a few times. I definitely think the Templeton is sweeter. But it's still got such a nice rye kick to it, but it's just a very, very sweet front end, which I really like that butterscotch creaminess when it first hits your mouth. The Woodford is just a tad bit more aggressive due to the fact that it's got a little bit less sweetness and still packs that really nice rye kick. But it's got a lot of character to it, and it's still got a lot of, I would say a little bit of honey and apple front end to it for as far as sweetness goes, for me anyway. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had either one of these. Which one do you prefer? Do you like the Woodford? Do you like Templeton Rye? Do you like them both? I like them both, but I think I am going to be giving my hat to the Templeton. It just, to me, it's a little bit more balanced. With the heavy rye spice, I really like it paired with a really nice creamy sweetness, butterscotch caramel kind of flavor that's going on with this one. Woodford's really great. It makes really excellent cocktails. It's really good by itself. I love sipping Woodford. It's a really, really good rye whiskey for the price, but man, personally for me, the cedar, the apricot, the awesome butterscotch flavor on the front end of this one. I really like the character from the barrel that's coming through on it. So to me, I gotta go with the Templeton, but let me know if you disagree down in the comments. All right, guys, make sure you're checking us out on our social medias. We got an awesome Facebook group, about 1,300 members there. So it's a great community. We're sharing all about wine, coffee, and all sorts of other beverages, and just having a great time, great community there. So check us out on Facebook. The group's called Cork and Java. We got a Twitter, @CorkJava, a Pinterest, and an Instagram. So check us out on all those places online. And until next time, bottoms up.